Welcome to part 2 of how to prepare a lease. What we've done is just walked through the first screen, which is the general information screen on the input data. And I'm just going to cover this very quickly. I can't stress enough how important that this accurate information is put in here. Be sure you're spelling the tenant's name correctly. Be sure you're spelling our client's name, the landlord's name, correctly. Get the landlord's street address absolutely accurate, their phone number, their email. And then from the property description, pull this information out of the tax record and be sure you've got that right. Get the listing, or the tenant broker information right. And in this case, very likely if we're preparing the lease, we're the listing agent. Be sure you put our information in there correctly. So we've got all that in there. If you've got questions on where to find this or how to get any of this information, please just call because we have to get it accurate. Okay, I'm going to hit next, and that's going to take me to a form that we don't need to work with right now. So I'm going to hit next again. Exclusive right to lease. This was the listing agreement. We've already done this. It's already been filled out. It's already been signed by the landlord in order for us to put the property in the market. So I'm going to hit next again. And now up here in the top left corner it says lease common law. So that's what I want to start filling out. I'm going to walk you very quickly through the steps on how to fill out the blanks here. It's not too difficult. This residential lease is made on, and it's very straightforward. What day are you doing this lease? Put in today's date. And then coming down here, very likely there was another realtor involved and they represented the tenant. So you're going to click this tenant button here. Coming down to lease term, what is the day that the lease begins? Again, you're going to know that probably either from the email that I sent asking you to prepare the lease, or you've got the listing or the lease, the rental application, and it'll say what day they want it to start the lease on. So that's why you want to have the rental application. And then to calculate the term of the lease, if it starts on August 1st, you're going to go 1 year and it's going to end the day before the day that the lease starts. So if it starts August 1st, 2010, the lease is then going to end on July 31st, 2011. I hope that makes sense. If you need clarification, call me. The lease term shall or shall not be extended automatically from month to month. That'll be on a case-by-case basis, so ask if that information has not been provided to you. We always do a 60 days written notice for both of the two blanks remaining in lease term. The rent. Total rent for the initial lease term shall be. That's the complete number of dollars they're going to pay for the entire time that they're in the property. So you're going to need to calculate that out. If they're in there for 12 months exactly, you got it easy. All you have to do is take the lease or the rent amount times 12. The first full month's rent for whatever rent they're going to pay the first full month. So if they're prorating it, if they're starting in the middle of a month, then the first full month's rent would be due the following month. I'm hoping this makes sense. It's pretty straightforward. And then if it's due, if they're moving in on some date other than the first, you're going to prorate it out. And look at the comments below this video. I've put the calculations for how to figure out the prorated amount in the comments below. So check there. Late payment and return checks. It's due within 5 days. That's what you're going to put in this here. And then $50 and $50 for each returned check. Management you'll know about. If there's no management, you're going to put the owner's information in here. You can refer back to what you put in that other form for their mailing address, phone number, and email. 7, unless there's special instructions, you're not going to fill out. 11, you're going to know that because you're going to look at the tax records. And you're going to know where to find the HOA or the Homeowners Association or Condominium Association there. Utilities, you're going to look at the MLS printout and find out what's there. Appliances, you're going to look at the MLS printout to look at what conveys. You'll know if there's any as is. The security deposit, most times it's held by the landlord, so you've got that there. And I'm going to scroll down here a little bit further. Held by the landlord, transfer landlord, that'll be a special case. If the house was built prior to 78, there's a lead-based paint disclosure and an EPA Protect Your Family from Lead booklet. And then always in additional terms, put no smoking in the home. That's that. They come down here and hit next. Lead warning statement, if there is lead-based paint, you're going to want to put that in there as well. Next. Okay. Save data on the server. It was successfully saved. Good. Then go to build document. The computer's going to build the document. It might not make it by the end of this video, but then you're just going to click the link, save the PDF, and email it to me, and we've got our lease prepped. Thanks a lot.